All right, hold on. I got a really good new intro idea right here. In the world, there are things that often appear more disturbing. Wait. I know what we need. We need that one piano song. This one. What is this song called? Wait, but I can't use this because I'll get copyrighted. Okay, I'll just do it myself and then I'll put the music over the dialogue. Okay, we got this. In this show, we rate the most disturbing things that the internet has ever found. Nah, this is not gonna work. Yo, why do people on YouTube do that? What up, y'all? Welcome back to the long-awaited rating the internet's most disturbing videos. Bam, we're back. How long has it been? It's been way too long. If you have never watched this series, the title is self-explanatory. On this show, we search for the internet's most disturbing videos and we give them a rating, anywhere from 1 to 10. It's a really interesting show. We find a bunch of memes, we find a bunch of silly stuff, and then we do find very disturbing, very real things and parts of history. Things that make you question, what am I actually watching? William Mozingo Jr. abducted 23-year-old Chloe Jones.
Cops enter the shed. They are looking for someone. Is there somebody up there in the loft? It's an unforgettable sight. That's not makeup she's wearing. She's got 2 black eyes.
Dog. Oh my God. If you like this show, if you're so glad every time I return from 12-month hiatus, 7-month hiatus, whatever the hiatus may be, and you want to support, subscribing and liking is very much appreciated, but not required. What I would like is for people to explode the comment section. I need more suggestions on things I should watch. I need more help navigating the internet and possibly finding new disturbing videos, new disturbing content. Whatever it may be, if you know what it is, go ahead and add something in the comments. I'm not accepting links right now, but navigating through some of this stuff would help a lot. This show is always kind of fun, and today I'm bringing back the variety of things that we find. We are bringing back the inclusion of the mixed bag. We're going to be finding a bunch of silly stuff, and we will still be going to the dreaded subreddit r/hair raising. Hopefully I don't have to puke. I should probably get like a little garbage pail in here. But now that you guys know what's up, now that you guys have the scoop, it's time to get into the content. Let's see what the internet's got. Let's see what types of disturbing garbage we can rate today. Alrighty. You're okay. I think that's real. Okay, I just want to put it out there that I'm so glad I'm not on this subreddit right now. We're starting off definitely a lot more lighthearted than we normally have. This is the part where I rate the disturbing video. I don't think this is very disturbing at all. I also do think this is real, which is a coincidence that has not occurred on this channel in quite some time. It appears we're dancing with someone who's lost their limbs. There's no evidence that this is like crazy doctored in any way. Of course, we do have that typical blurring thing that goes on here. I seriously think this is just someone who lost their limbs tragically. Maybe they were born without legs, something of the sort. It kind of makes me question what we're going to be getting into on this specific Twitter page. Disturbing scale 1 to 10. I'm going to go ahead and give this one 0 out of 10. Compared to what we've been seeing, now it can be a little bit harsher. It's not a bad thing that something is not disturbing. I think I need to start reinforcing that. In fact, maybe 10 out of 10s are just a little bit too much to be in all the time, or else we won't even have a reason to be rating them all. Let's see something else. Old lady run over by a garbage truck. I kind of have a bad feeling about this because I think this is going to be real, but let's see. There's the garbage truck in question. Oh. You know, I can't escape it. I think I just watched someone die. Let me clarify a little bit. Obviously, I am blurring out what I just watched. The title is not lying. It looks real. Someone was just hit by a garbage truck. That is 10 out of 10 disturbing, and it is way too early in this video for me to be doing the 10 out of 10s. I'll be okay. Will the person be okay? Dog, I have no clue. Oh my God, bro. There's not really any comments. Let's just go from a 0 to a 10. I just watched a hospital visit. That was pretty bad. 10 out of 10, maybe even higher. And I definitely can't show that on YouTube. Let's see what else there is. New York City is a total hole. A homeless crackhead is publicly urinating in the subway, pissing on public transit system that pisses away 700 million a year. Whoa, we got political opinions. I'm from New York, is where I'm based. If you can't tell by the slight accent that I do have, it only comes out sometimes. I will tell you, this is pretty common. It's also very common to see piss on an elevator. I don't know what it is, and I don't think this will be entirely disturbing for me. Let's see what we got. It seems like we got a lot of pee on deck. Yo. Dude, that's a lot of pee. Yo, that's a lot of pee, bro. I think we have a double rating here. If you've never been to New York, then this might be a little bit gross and actually disturbing for you specifically. I always like to put myself in the shoes of maybe someone else, because there's certain things I'm desensitized to. I've seen this plenty of times in my life. Parts of New York that I'm from, I've actually seen people just walking in the street in broad day, peeing. Homeless people, drug addicts, whatever the plethora may be, whether you want to categorize them in a certain way or don't. I would say this is an IRL 2 out of 10 disturbing. Like in real life, like, dog, you're gross. Like this is kind of disturbing, but through the own pleasure of viewing from my home, it is not very disturbing at all. In fact, it's close to a 0. As far as like the political stuff that we have going on here, sure, I don't really have a good comment for this. It's a pretty deep topic, especially when you want to throw a euro on this. Like, so you're just going to tell us you're not from the United States. Like, all right. IRL, this is a 2 out of 10 disturbing, which is the rating I'm gonna go with. Let's just say I saw this in real life. Like, dog, you're gonna just pee the entire gallon. Like, this is a lot of piss, bro. Let's see what else we got. Super glue test. Let's see what this is. Super glue to your chest. Weird, is your hand stuck? I wouldn't have expected that to happen when you put super glue and glue it to your chest. Shocking. Why are you trying to peel it? In my head, this would be super easy to get around, wouldn't it? I feel like I would at least start with like hot water. Wouldn't you like put like oil, hot water, some type of adhesive remover to try and reverse this before ripping your skin off? I don't know, or ripping all of the fucking hair on your chest off? Oh. Ew. Okay, stupid out of 10. That was really dumb and gross for no reason. It's almost like he grafted his skin off willingly. Let's go on to another one. Guy freaking out after losing 50K in the high limit rooms.
For that, sir, and your friend, and all the people that came here, and anybody else who wants to see me right now, I do not give a f***, because I will do whatever it takes to fight for the people that I fight for. And I wish that I could have voiced this in a different way so everybody can understand it. It fucking doesn't matter. Because I was here and I said it, and I froze you and all you fucking millionaires. People that have so much money. Go home, bro.
okay, not the typical type of disturbing video that we would see on this channel, and I'm kind of welcoming this. This is disturbing in a different way. I think most people would see this and you'd probably have a spin on it like this first guy in the comments right here, don't play if you can't pay. Yeah, awesome. However, this is still disturbing and kind of nerve-wracking in a weird way. I think he's wasted out of his mind personally, but this is also a gross side of the world and gambling. Just because it's not physical, just because we're not watching gore and this guy's limbs being taken off, people who have addictions like this could very well be doing as much damage to themselves as the other like terrible videos that we see that are very real. And I want to go ahead and give it a 6 to a 7 out of 10 actually. There's gonna be a bunch of people downplaying the out of this, but this video was uploaded and it's getting the reactions that it's getting for a reason. This is kind of disturbing, man. Mysterious China possession. Let's hit play. There's some VHS footage which has been heavily edited. Praying. What are they trying to... Is those mushrooms? They're trying to feed him? Huh? Okay, you're trolling. This looks cool. Yeah, let's just crack a raw egg because everyone knows demons hate raw eggs. I already know that like once I start talking about this or rating this, someone in the comments already knows what this is. This is from some type of YouTube independent movie or like short film or something. Yeah, the egg is gonna figure it out, man. Whoa! Whoa! You heard that? Whoa! Oh! Huh? Yo! Oh! 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 Bravo. This looks really cool and I want to see the entire thing of this. Is this a movie? Whatever this is, I want to watch this. That's crazy, dude. Makeup, acting, concept. The egg thing kind of threw me off. Oh, we're finding out where the demon is with the egg. The use of like the black ink and stuff and like the black food dye, whatever they did to make that all occur. I want to open this link in a new tab. Someone asked this person, where'd you find this? He found it amongst the darkest areas of the interwebs. Thanks. I just want to know where this is from, what film this is. It's cool when you start doing stuff like forcing the VHS to have a lot of effects like this and the lines are very organized. You kind of give it away. It is an art project. Not to say that if you want to believe in possessions, I'm not saying like your whole thing is a farce and it's Santa Claus. I think it's Santa Claus in a lot of ways. I think this is very tasteful and very well done. There's things you could laugh at here, but this is a good disturbing video. This is 8 out of 10. And if anyone knows the full movie or video to this, give me that. I'll do a whole video reacting to that. That was actually really cool. Sorry for breaking your guys' immersion real quick. I ate something I'm not supposed to. Uh-oh, no. I'm having an allergic reaction right now. Nonetheless, the show must go on. Hopefully while I'm finishing up this episode, I don't turn into Will Smith in that one movie. My right eye is swollen, but you guys are kind of turned away from it right now. Teen mom left her baby alone for 6 days to party on her 18th birthday. The baby didn't survive. Oh man, we have neglect. Yeah, what would this Reddit be without some form of like really cruddy story like that? Let's see what we got. December 5th, 2019. 6
of her head.
What? I need context and I need sources. And had the flu, so this baby died confused, starving, thirsty, alone in their own piss and Dude, this is real. A mother who left her daughter alone to starve to death as she partied for 6 days has been jailed. Verfi Kuti admitted the manslaughter of 20-month-old Asaya, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Asaya Kuti, who was left in her Brighton flat as she celebrated her 18th birthday. 20 months, that means you had this child when you were 16. Kuti, 19, of no fixed address, has been jailed for 9 years. Judge Christine Lang QC told Kuti that Asaya was a helpless child who relied completely on you as her mother to provide for her needs. She said, "It's almost unbearable to contemplate her suffering in the final days of her life, suffering that she endured so that you could celebrate your birthday and the birthday of your friends as a carefree teenager." Prosecutor Sally House QC told the court CCTV covering Kuti's home shows she had left Isaiah alone in the flat for 5 days, 21 hours, and 58 minutes. History of abandonment. A postmortem examination concluded the cause of death was starvation and influenza. This is so crazy. I feel like the music for this video that they added, highly unnecessary. Music is crass. I agree. Here's my deal. The music is disrespectful as all whoever added that, like, come on, son. This is highly disturbing because we have all these news articles telling us it's real. This is real. In a lot of other situations of things more minor, you would like to give a lot more benefit of doubt to someone like this for being 18, 19, right? You can't do that with a baby no matter how old you are. If you are 7 years old, you know not to leave a less than 2-year-old alone. It's almost common sense. Remember when I was very young, I think I was 12. I was holding my younger sister who was a baby at the time. She was an infant and I almost tripped, but I took all of the strength in myself to take my next step and balance myself on one knee completely. Your adrenaline should kick in at any given time in any situation. I feel like it is a natural human response to do everything you absolutely can to protect a baby, especially one that is related to you or your own child. I don't understand the science behind people who might not have that, but it is very apparent that someone who would do something like this is not here. They are missing key parts of being a human along with the rest of us. You apparently don't give a about anything. Here's my deal. 9 years, I don't think that should be lowered at all. Do not lower 9 years to 5, 4. No, absolutely no. I feel like you could have asked a stranger on the street, "I can't do anything, take this baby." As terrible as that sounds, I feel like someone would have done it or at least brought the child to somewhere safe and then escalated that to CPS or something. 6 days? 10 out of 10 disturbing. Leave it at that. That's gross. The title of this one doesn't seem to be something that would normally be in hair raising. Demon appears in photograph. This is usually a FedWatch subreddit. My throat is swelling in closing. Let's go.
Joe Martinez says drugs were killing his soul.
As I look at it, I carry it wherever I go.
Until an image within a picture saved his life.
I right away thought it was Satan. I really thought, I said, man, you're really walking with Satan.
This picture was taken at his in-laws' anniversary 8 years ago, and it languished in a photo album until this year, when they finally noticed what lurked over.
Yo, what the is that? It looks like this article is from 1991. What are we looking at, bro?
Lurked over Joe's left shoulder.
There's good and evil in life. There's the good on the right-hand side of me, and there's the evil on the left-hand side.
Did he really just say that? No, you... I have two sides. One is the nicest guy you'll ever meet, and the other is a twisted freaking psychopath. This dude said twisted psychopath.
It was a demon.
This is interesting.
We showed the photo to Rocky Mountain Paranormal Research Society, which has studied unexplained phenomena for 10 years.
The majority of the cases, 99% of the cases, are explainable by other means.
This one, though, he says he doesn't have enough evidence to make a determination.
That's very strange.
This photo expert of 20 years says the picture looks authentic.
It doesn't look like it was double printed or or spliced in any way. There's true grain. The grain is the same all throughout this photograph, so it's uniform.
I carry it wherever I go.
The Martinezes say they know the
Here's what I think. I think someone was trolling you this day, bro. This looks like one of the enemies from Wind Waker.
and they credit it with helping Joe's recovery.
I'm gonna stay clean.
It's a reminder that the solemn season of his past is behind him.
I have to, because I got no other, there's not another high left in me.
Now, Joe says other portraits taken that night by other family members in the same area didn't show the dog. Now, Joe carries that picture with him and tells people at schools and at rehab centers that there is evil out there when you are into drugs. Ron and Libby.
Dog, that's a crazy cutoff that they did at the end, dude. This is a very pleasant surprise of variety on r/hair raising. I like this video, and the crazy part is this is on Fox News. This has to be before the year 2000, man. If you had to put me in a room and tell me, explain this, me being the person that I am, I'm gonna say someone was messing with him at his own wedding. There's kids at a wedding. Kids like to get into nefarious little jokes and games, bro. I'm telling you, they'll do this to you at your wedding, bro. Zoomers are crazy, bro. Especially 90s Zoomers. Like, this is when I was a Zoomer, bro. I would definitely do some shit like this. And then after I did this, I would go have a balloon fight with someone and just start smacking people with a balloon. Bang, bang, bang. Like, you think somebody would not do this? I would 100% do this, bro. It looks like a dog that is caught off guard in the weirdest way. They want to attribute it to drugs. It's an old news article. You have to think about the news and what the whole point of them covering this is. They're using airtime to cover this specific article. Fox didn't suddenly turn into rating the most disturbing wedding photos. That's not what they decided to start doing. They specifically chose to cover this because of drugs. Whereas today, the more commonplace that they would do this on Fox News, if it had to do with fentanyl, they would be all over it. That's just what the news does. I would give this a 9 out of 10. It's so crazy that this was on the news. They had like a photo expert. Maybe everyone just wants this guy to stay off the drugs. Maybe his drug problem was really that bad and they'll be like, yeah, you know what, bro? That is a demon. You got to lay off that bruh. Let's see something else. Crazy smiling guy.
Every few days, a guy called Benjamin Bennett uploads a video to YouTube of him sat on the floor smiling for 4 hours straight. He has uploaded 171 videos as of the start of 2016.
Oh, hell the no. Absolutely the not. How many videos?
Upload a few videos per week, all of which are him sitting and smiling at the camera. He never says a word and is so dedicated to this so-called artistic project that during one session, he carried on videoing himself sitting and smiling despite someone breaking into his flat and opening the door to...
Oh, hell the no. That's planned. That's scripted. There's no way.
Hello?
I'm telling you, you guys might not think it's scripted. I think it's scripted. I think this whole channel is scripted this way. Let me see what the comments have. If no one brings up the thing that I'm going to bring up, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a disturbing video history lesson that someone else showed me this one time, because I'm not a disturbing video expert. I just watch them and rate them. I want to bring up a specific channel and why I think that break-in was totally staged. He's actually pissed himself on video before. He's definitely sitting there. Okay, I'm expecting a handful of you guys to actually know exactly where I was going to go with this. Someone showed me this YouTube page a very long time ago, maybe about 4 years ago now. Alan Tutorial. Now, if you can see, his last video was uploaded 10 years ago. But what we have here is a person named Alan who comes off to have some sort of neurodivergency, some sort of hindrance, almost like he is a child. He makes useless tutorials. I think one of these, he shows you how to cut a piece of paper with scissors. When I first saw this channel, I thought it was super real. If you guys want to check this out yourselves, it ends in a very weird way. I'm sure there's better videos on YouTube where people explain this YouTube channel and how weird it is. I kind of do spoil the fact that what I'm saying here is that this is scripted and this is what I relate it to. As far as the breaking in part goes, the only reason I will spoil that for you guys is because if this was not scripted, this would not be on YouTube anymore. With almost 5 million views on the final video, I don't know, if something nefarious was going on, I feel like it wouldn't be on YouTube. This is an art project and it is weird. What is his YouTube page? Oh, he did it live. What's walking and talking?
Greetings, my internet friends. Welcome to Walking and Talking, the show in which I walk and talk. I am beginning this sentence with the thought preceding it being that I was going to remark.
Nah, you're not going to do that to me. In a separate incident, his 50-second live stream, Bennett clearly urinates himself with a wet puddle seeping out from under and gradually evaporating over the remainder of his footage. During streams 238 and 257, Bennett spontaneously bursts into tears several times, briefly losing composure. I was hoping for like a character break outside of this, like maybe someone invites him on a podcast somewhere.
I could go ahead and explain everything, or try and explain everything, which is, you know, the most common request. Everyone wants me to explain why I make these videos. I don't know why it is that I can feel so just like happily empty when I'm doing this, but I'm sure that it has to do with the repetition and the duration.
I'm good, bro. Is it disturbing? Yeah, this guy's disturbing as hell. I'm not gonna watch the peeing and crying videos. However, he peed and cried on videos. You took it there. Nah, you pissed yourself. So yeah, no, you're 10 out of 10 disturbing. That's so crazy, man. Well, I think that's gonna wrap this one up, guys. Thank you all so much for continuing to watch, rating the internet's most disturbing videos despite all the hiatuses. I think this new formula is a lot better for me personally. I enjoyed recording and editing this one a lot more with the re-inclusion of variety, finding the random dumb stuff. I like getting a little laugh and just seeing something kind of corny once in a while. I think an interesting part of the series is when things aren't as expected. Go ahead and comment and let me know what you guys thought of this one. I'll be back for episode number 8 soon, hopefully, and I think we're gonna play a little bit of video games next. I think we're gonna play that Chill Arts game. I think we're gonna go on itch.io and play some horror games and see what the hell we got. That's all I have though. Thank you so much, guys. I'm out.